Hands deep in the dirt, sweat on your brow. Roots find a way, we don't know how. Seeds of hope in the silent ground. Cutting through the noise, plant love profound. Nurture this life as the sun beats down. Facing the storm, we don't turn around. Bounty from the earth, teaching us to be. From tiny seeds to towering trees. Keep growing, keep fighting, don't lose your way. Keep digging, keep striving day after day.
Welcome to the Keep Growing podcast, where we dive deep into the art and science of gardening. I'm your host, John Morgan, and in this episode, we're going to check in for the month of February. At Bob's, we're busy ramping up for the spring season. We have millions of seedlings sprouting, and even the odd bloom here and there. During the growing season, we do a weekly episode that covers timely advice for the week ahead here in the Mid-Ohio Valley. There's not a lot happening in the garden right now, so we're taking a look at broader topics. In our last episode, we talked about planning for the gardening season ahead. Along those lines, now is the time to buy your seeds. In the next few weeks in our region, it will be time to starting early season veggies indoors. Just yesterday, I was in Parkersburg talking to a group of gardeners about starting seeds indoors. Keep in mind that our last frost date is typically around Mother's Day. Usually seed packs will say, start seeds indoors X number of weeks before the last frost. You can use that as a guide when planning when to plant indoors. Today we're talking about a timely topic for February, tree pruning. So grab your shears and let's get started. First off, why February? Well, this month sits right in the heart of late winter for many of us, which is often the ideal time for pruning. Trees are still dormant, they're not actively growing, which minimizes stress to the plant. Plus, the absence of leaves in many species gives you a clear view of the tree's structure, making it easy to make strategic cuts. Pruning now can promote healthy growth in spring, improve the tree's shape, remove diseased or dead wood, and even increase fruit production for fruiting trees. Remember, timing isn't universal. It varies based on your climate and tree species. Let's talk about specifics. For deciduous trees, like maples, oaks, and birches, February is prime time. However, with maple, you might see some sap bleeding, but don't worry, it's not harmful. Fruit trees like apples, pears, and cherries also benefit from a good winter prune. But here's the caveat. Avoid pruning spring flowering trees like magnolias or cherries if you want to enjoy their blooms this season, as you'll cut off the flower buds. Instead, prune these after they've flowered in late spring. Alright, let's get into the how. Here's the deal. Safety first. Always use sharp, clean tools. Consider gloves and safety glasses. If you're dealing with larger branches, a ladder or pole saw might be necessary, but be careful. Start with dead or diseased wood. Remove anything that's dead, damaged, or diseased first. This not only helps the tree's health, but also prevents the spread of disease. Shape and structure. Look at the tree's natural shape. You're not just cutting willy-nilly, you're sculpting. Remove branches that cross or rub together, or those growing inward toward the center of the tree. Aim for an open vase shape or a central leader, depending on the tree. Cutting technique. Make cuts close to, but not flush with the branch collar. This helps the tree heal over time. For larger branches, use the 3-cut method to avoid bark tearing. And remember, don't overdo it. Pruning is about balance. You don't want to remove more than 25 to 30% of the foliage in one go. Over pruning can stress the tree. After you've done your pruning, give your tree some love. If you've made large cuts, consider a protective sealant, although many experts debate its necessity. Mulching around the base can help with moisture retention and weed suppression, but keep it away from the trunk to avoid rot. Just say no to mulch volcanoes. That is a sure way to kill a tree. And remember, now's a good time to check on the tree's overall health, soil condition, watering, and perhaps a light fertilization come spring. There you have it, folks, your February tree pruning guide. Remember, each tree has its personality, so while these are general guidelines, always do a bit of research on your specific tree species. Until next time, keep those branches in check, and may your trees keep growing.
Keep growing, keep fighting, don't lose your way. Keep digging, keep shouting day after day in the garden.
For show notes and a full transcript of the episode, visit us at bobsmarket.com/keepgrowing. For any questions, comments, or smart remarks, feel free to email me at keepgrowing@bobsmarket.com. Copyright 2025, Bob's Market and Greenhouses, Incorporated.